Hi everyone, you're watching 5 Minutes Coding. Today we are going to cover a quick introduction on SOAP-based web services. We are going to touch upon what, why and how of the web services. So, what are we waiting for? Let's jump into it right away. So, what exactly are the web services? Web services are the service operation exposed over the web. Might be internet, might be your local running server, might be your intranet, might be your PC itself. Okay, any services, any functions exposed over these particular things are called as web services, and they utilize a single messaging format, a standard messaging format and a standard protocol, so that anyone who talks to them should talk in a standard way. It's similar to like a language where it is backed by a certain grammar rules to talk in that particular language with other person, people, anybody who's conversing in that particular language. For SOAP based web services, the protocol or the standard protocol becomes a SOAP, which is developed on top of the HTTP, while your messaging format is all XML. The one important term here is the WSDL, which is your web service definition language, which actually contains all the definition about all the standardized way of all the messaging contract, all the details about your web services at a single location, and it tells all the client how to communicate to the web services, what is the operations that are exposed by the web services, what are the operation expecting from the client, what exactly being served by the operation to the client. Why do we need web services? Why they are so important? Why they are even needed at all? Why do we need them? In my previous slide, I have mentioned that web services uses XML as a messaging format. So when XML is being used, so that gives web services the independence from the platform. So any client that is using XML as the source, or that can prepare basically a message in XML and can access a web over HTTP, they can easily fire a request towards the web services, get a response back and utilize it. The XML gives that benefit or the power to web services to talk to any client. Those can deal under that terms. The second benefit, or the which gives web services that power, is the decoupling of the logic. Okay, understand it in this way: you have a single function who is dealing with multiple things at the back end and providing support to your UI. Instead, you decouple that and decouple that logic across multiple services, so that even one service is down, at least rest of the services can provide a response to your front end or the UI or the web page. Okay, so that's what your web services helps you deal with. You get XML based interoperability. Second thing, you get web services decoupling logic. So how you can develop web services? We have got two approach here. One is your bottom up approach, second is your top down approach. In bottom up approach, you're basically writing your logic first, your code first, you publish it, deploy it on a server, run it locally maybe, and you get your visual contract up, use a test client to test it, and so your contract is generating at the later stage. That's your bottom up approach. In top down approach, what you do is, and it's mostly preferred by the businesses, in top down approach you go for the contract definition first. The party or the client who's going to use that and the one who's developing that both gets into an agreement, develops a contract first. That's a visual file. They take that visual, give to the developer of both sides, one who is developing client, one who is developing the service, and then they develop from that point, and later on develop or deploy it and test it with the client at a later stage. Okay, the first approach, it's bit faster. Second one is the most preferred one. Follow the upcoming videos to develop SOAP web services in quick fashion, and as our channel says, we are going to develop it under 5 minutes. If you like the video, please subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.